Welcome back to The Great Expanse by John Bad 426 here on YouTube. It is always a pleasure to record these videos, to edit them, put my unique spin on them for your viewing pleasure, for your listening pleasure. And if you've liked the videos that you've seen thus far, hit that like button, share these videos with other people that you know that like comic book related stuff as much as you do. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications. Which one? All. Not personalized or the one underneath, but all. So the next time a new video is dropped, you'll know about it second. I'll know about it first. Now, it feels like I haven't recorded a video in a while. I don't know why, but it just feels like I haven't. And I've missed doing this too. We had a couple of audio issues. We had a couple of equipment issues. My last upload of the Penguin on the recap with no cap, episode 2, was kind of spotty because of there was really no, I don't want to say a tagline, but there was no good segue as to where I could stop the video and then put the audio commentary on, because while I'm watching the Penguin, I'm recording on audio commentary to highlight certain points for these reviews. So it feels like I haven't really done any videos in a while, but hopefully we can remedy that, okay? Now, you've clicked on the thumbnail, you know what the video is about. Not really, but I'm kind of giving you an idea. It's just basically some random MCU and DCU casting news, okay? Now, the first bit of information is actually on the DCU side of things. Concerning James Gunn's partial slate of Gods and Monsters, I said that my most anticipated project was Lanterns, okay? That's referring to the Green Lanterns. We know that Hal Jordan and John Stewart, who are Green Lanterns of Earth Section or Earth Core Section 2814. Now there are 4 Green Lanterns: Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, and Guy Gardner. Okay, but this is thus far going to focus on Hal Jordan and John Stewart, and it's almost like a I think James Gunn referred to it as cold case or case files or true crime, I believe. It's almost like a detective story. And this was my most anticipated project. I believe I've just said that. But now that anticipation has kind of gone down a little bit. That's a shame. Okay? Why? I'll tell you why, since you asked. The casting! Now, is it bad casting? I don't know, but it's not casting that really is revving that engine. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like when you know, let's take for instance, let's say your favorite character is Aquaman. Let's just say. And then you hear that. Now remember, if you're starring in a television series in James Gunn's partial slate, that character, that actor or actress can also be transposed into the movie so they can sort of reprise their role in a movie from a television series. Do you understand what I'm saying? Also in a video game or animation. Now, we know Creature Commandos is coming out, so those same actors in Creature Commandos, if they ever reprise their role in a live-action show or in a live-action movie, the voice actor or actress will reprise their role in live action. Okay? Now, let's just get to the castings of the 2 Green Lanterns. Hal Jordan, probably the most famous Green Lantern ever, will be played by Kyle Chandler. Now, Kyle Chandler is mostly known for Friday Night Lights. Okay, that was a television series, I believe, about 15 years ago. To good reviews. Most people that see, I've never seen Friday Night Lights, but I've heard about it. And they say that he was pretty good in there, okay? What have I actually seen Kyle Chandler in? I've only seen him in 2 Godzilla movies. Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and Godzilla vs. Kong. In those movies, I did not like the character he portrayed. Does that mean he's a bad actor? No. It just means that I didn't like the character he portrayed. He played like this whiny, like divorcee that just happened to know everything that Monarch needed him to know. Conveniently, he's like a walking plot device in King of the Monsters. And that's why, like, when I found out he was playing it, I had his character in mind more than the actor. And is that fair? I don't think it's fair. So when it was first announced that Kyle Chandler is playing Hal Jordan, I was like, they're going older for Hal Jordan. And the scuttlebutt is they're going to kill off Hal Jordan, which would be a disgrace for the DCU. to kill off Hal Jordan. Come on, man. Can't do that. Now, the other bit of casting news. Jon Stewart is 2 leads. Okay, I believe Jon Stewart will take the lead among the 2 leads, if that makes sense. He was just recently announced as being portrayed by a young, I think British or French actor named Aaron Pierre. Now, Aaron Pierre was in a movie called Rebel Ridge on Netflix, and he also played somebody on Old, the M. Night Shyamalan film. I think is the whole movie like on a beach. I never saw Old, but I think he had dreadlocks in that portrayal. And he was also in the series Krypton. Now, I saw the first season of Krypton, but I don't remember if I saw up to the point where he made his entrance. And Krypton was a pretty good series to me. Like, it was. I'm not going to lie. I liked it. So I'm not familiar with Aaron Pierre's body of work. But again, since this is my most anticipated project in the partial slate of James Gunn's Gods and Monsters, the casting choices have not endeared me to the project anymore. Now, I said anymore. That means I'm not anticipating it more. It just means that my anticipation kind of fizzled. You know what I mean? It's like the champagne cork was popped. Boop. Then a couple days later, the lid is still off. Champagne is still in there, but it's not as fresh as when the cork popped. You understand what I'm saying? So now my anticipation for Lanterns is kind of subsided a little bit. And that's sad, dude, because like I was thinking, okay, why not get some hot young? I mean, I don't mean visually or attractive hot, but like just like star-studded young actors and actresses that really like punch. Like I don't know if Aaron Pierre really punches like that. I don't know. Now there have been mixed reviews about Rebel Ridge, which I have not seen. Then you have Kyle Chandler. It's like I don't know if he has that gravitas to be in a big star-studded DC property. Because the Green Lanterns are A-list characters in the DC universe. You know what I mean? So that's the look from Lanterns. We have our 2 leads, Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart will be played by Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre. Now, let's go to the MCU side of things, casting choices. Now, the website is Screen Rant, and I'm hesitant about even looking at Screen Rant because they put a lot of, or maybe I got them confused with Screen Culture, or you know, those like fan-made sites where they make you think it's like a real thing coming out. So let's just look at it. It says, first look at Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch in the Fantastic Four. Okay. Okay, let's see. First look at Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch in the Fantastic Four, shown in new MCU set photos. Okay, so I think this is the big deal. I'm gonna go down slowly. Okay, the article is by Andy Babacht. Okay, let's read until we see something. Joseph Quinn steps out in his Human Torch costume for the Fantastic Four. First steps in new Marvel Cinematic Universe set photos. Before I go on any further, I don't like that title. That's maybe I heard somebody else say it, but this is the first time where I'm actually seeing it for myself. You understand what I'm saying? The Fantastic Four First Steps. I don't like that title. I'm sorry, I don't. It should just be called The Fantastic Four. That's it. That's all that's necessary. Marvel Studios is finally bringing one of their most anticipated reboots of all time to the audience as The Fantastic Four First Steps is on its way. While 2024 may have only had one theatrical release from Marvel Studios, the MCU timeline will be back with its multiple releases in 2025, which includes the Fantastic Four First Steps movie. I hate First Steps. I don't know. That just reminds me of a baby or something. Okay, I'm sorry. The Fantastic Four First Steps, boy, they're really driving that point home, aren't they? Is still in the midst of principal photography, and thanks to Fantastic Four updates, new photos have finally arrived featuring Quinn in his Human Torch suit. Now, Joseph Quinn famously played Eddie Munson in Stranger Things Season 4. New character, really beloved character. I really like the way he portrayed Eddie. And I also saw him in A Quiet Place Day 1, okay? And he actually was playing a British character. Joseph Quinn is actually British. I didn't know that. Okay, and I did like his role. He was and again, I said that A Quiet Place Day One was going to be one of my most anticipated movies of the summer. Boy, was that a letdown. That was a letdown. Okay, the movie. But I did like his role. I liked the way he played him. He felt genuine. Like, I really believed that he was some, like, homesick kid that was visiting America for the first time in the midst of this apocalypse. Okay? We're going to keep that in the video. Okay? Alright, so while Quinn is the only cast member spotted in the Fantastic Four First Steps photos, whatever Johnny Storm scene he is shooting involves him on a beach. Click here to see the first look at Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch in the Fantastic Four First Steps set photos. Silence. Alright, so it's redirecting us to Twitter or X. They actually made a whole article about this. Where did you see these photos? He's on a beach. It's a very wide shot. You can't even tell if it's him or not. Let me see if I can enlarge this. Alright, let's see the second one. I'll say this. Again, very wide. This is dumb. Like, what? Come on, this is stupid. You don't really see much. But from what I could see, I do like the color of his hair. I do. It's like kind of like that. What's the word you use? Like, it's like a dirty blonde. I think I like that. Okay. All right. So, what Joseph Quinn's Johnny Storm set photos mean for the Fantastic Four First Steps? I hate that title. And they keep making me say it because I'm reading it. It's reading from the middle. As the Fantastic Four First Steps has been filming since August, they have likely, by now, filmed most of their interior scenes, meaning that the production is now moving more forward with their exterior shoots for the Phase 6 installment. At this point, other cast members have only been seen filming by themselves through The Fantastic Four First Steps, God, how many times am I going to say it? Set videos or photos. However, it might mean that the title is now getting closer to doing more outdoor shoots with the whole cast in their costumes in the coming days or weeks. Quinn's set photo could set up the idea of him either being in a different city or perhaps even a different planet, especially if the Fantastic Four, the title, involves the concept of the heroes traveling in space. Interesting. Through other set photos with locations, they have teased that the story may take place in other places too. Since this version of the Fantastic Four is also set to already be established in this iteration, traveling between planets would seem like something that would be common for them at this point. Alright, from everything that has been revealed through the Fantastic Four set photos thus far, it is clear that Marvel Studios is focusing hard on making this very different but exciting MCU film. With the concept of the movie taking place not only in the 1960s, but also on another Earth, the Fantastic Four will have more creative freedom with this movie in comparison to some of their past and upcoming releases. Hopefully, it won't be long until all of the Fantastic Four cast members are seen together in public as filming gets closer to being done. And that is the article. So, again, this was very deceptive. It was. This was clickbait. Because you don't see anything here. You see the white, mostly white and blue. You can't even tell it's Joseph Quinn. Like, I had to really widen the shot to even get an idea of what his hair looked like. But it's dirty blonde, that's what I like. But so far, I like Joseph Quinn as an actor. I want to see better shots, okay? There's been some controversy about this Fantastic Four, about Sue Storm being in the lead. That would be stupid. That would be so stupid for the Invisible Woman to be in charge of this team, even though she's the most powerful character, her and Johnny Storm. Well, power-wise, okay? But how dumb would that be? That would totally change the dynamic of the Fantastic Four, who is also known as the first family of the Marvel Comics. That would be stupid. All of a sudden, Sue Storm's in charge. Dumb. And that reeks of, like, what do you call that? Agenda policing or whatever? Stupid. So we've got Joseph Quinn in costume, allegedly, if you can see anything in these photos. We got Kyle Chandler announced as Hal Jordan. We've got Aaron Pierre announced as John Stewart. What are your thoughts on these castings? What are your thoughts on these? I'm not even calling these photos. These glimpses, okay, of Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm Human Torch. If you like the video, if you like my take on these two projects, Lanterns and Fantastic Four First Steps, leave a comment. Okay? David Brent, please let them know where those comments go. Or if you feel just so compelled to just converse with me, write a dissertation if necessary. David Brent, please let them know where those comments or dissertations go, sir. Thank you, Mr. Brent. Warren Hogs Finest. Do your part, I'll do my part. So The Great Expanse by John Bat 426 can and will expand. It's in the name.